Hello, and welcome back to the Snooze Files. Tonight, we're slowly untangling a topic that affects every hour of your day: time zones. We take them for granted. They tell us when to wake, when to eat, when to rest. But time zones haven't always existed. In fact, until fairly recently, time was a lot messier. So let's dim the lights and drift into a gently paced history of how the world decided what time it is. For most of human history, time was local. People set their clocks, or their sundials, by the sun. Noon was when the sun was at its highest point in the sky. This worked fine when people didn't travel very far. Each town had its own local time. Even neighboring cities could be several minutes apart. You didn't need to worry about time zones because there weren't trains or phone calls or televised events, just sun and shadow. In fact, until the 1800s, even large countries like the United States had no official time system. The problem started with trains. As railways expanded, it became clear that local time just didn't cut it. Imagine trying to run a train schedule when every city is using a different minute hand. In the United States, by the 1860s, there were hundreds of local times. Railway companies created their own unofficial time standards, and stations had to keep multiple clocks just to keep up. It was chaotic. Delays, miscommunication, even accidents. So railway companies started pushing for a unified system, something simple, predictable, standard. In 1883, American railroads adopted a plan that divided the country into 4 standard time zones. They called it the Day of Two Noons, because towns had to reset their clocks at midday. It wasn't official yet, but it worked. Around the same time, a similar problem was being felt globally. Communication was speeding up. Telegraphs, steamships, and eventually phone lines made it clear the world needed to get in sync. In 1884, delegates from 26 countries met in Washington, D.C. It was called the International Meridian Conference. They agreed to set the prime meridian, 0 degrees longitude, through Greenwich, England. From there, they divided the globe into 24 time zones, 1 for each hour of the day. Not everyone adopted it right away, but over time, the system spread. Time zones became part of everyday life. Trains ran on schedule. People scheduled meetings across continents. Eventually, radio and television made them unavoidable. And that, dear listener, is how time zones came to be. From the sun overhead to the click of a watch, it all started with trains and the need to be somewhere on time. If your mind is starting to wander or your eyelids are growing heavy, feel free to drift off now. For more mundane mysteries and sleepy histories, subscribe to the Snooze Files and send me your suggestions for future episodes. Until then, night-night, sleep tight.